Hey you. Yeah, you. Listen closely. I need to tell you, you're amazing. If you like this story, please subscribe. I post a lot of stories like this on my channel, and you'll be able to see right away when I upload. Without wasting any more time, we have our story. Karen decides to wreak havoc to me and my family for months, and she gets arrested. So some backstory. I live in a suburban area. I'm in no means rich. I'm at best lower middle class, and I've been living in the house I'm in for almost 11 years now. We were lucky we got it off foreclosure back in 2009 when I was a teenager, so we finally got to move out of the shitty trailer home I grew up in. I've seen some neighbors come and go since, including one old lady who was the predecessor of Karen. She was mean and seemed to have it out for me, sometimes calling the police for noise complaints from the house. However, I never truly got in trouble since my neighbors always backed me up. The most they were scared of was my pit bull, but my neighbors knew her well. She's partially blind and totally deaf, but she can still do some tricks because she can read lips. She's a smart dog. She's also naturally very protective of us, so while she'll bark at anyone who comes near us, she'll never harm a soul. She even got out a few times and just cuddled with some of our old neighbors, even though people kept insisting she was aggressive because pit bulls are naturally aggressive, and so on and so forth. I heard it plenty of times already, but she's never going away until she goes from old age. Around mid-July this year, turns out the old neighbor was completely incapable of fending for herself anymore due to her age, and she was put in a retirement home a few miles down from where we live. The house was in her kids' names, but they decided to put it on the market instead. It was vacant for several weeks until early mid-August. She came the Karen. I don't know how long she was scouting the house for, but around early mid-August she officially moved in. Day one, she goes around the neighborhood, seemed normal until she came to our door. Instead of greeting us, she began to make demands of us, insisting we remove our tree and the plants in our front lawn since
they'll blow leaves on my lawn and my lawn has to be maintained and you and your plants are going to hurt it in the long run.
Side note, she was literally the street away from us, a total of 8 houses apart on the other side of the street. We told her no and that she'll be fine, but for the next 10 or so minutes she kept pushing it until finally my stepmother slammed the door on her. Apparently later on, from what I heard, she made similar demands to other neighbors, and some demanding that they either move out entirely because they'll scare her son with their appearance, and some threatening to call the cops. I still don't get her reasoning behind this, but whatever. Day 2, I'm off to work around 7 in the morning when I begin to unlock the car. Karen saw me and ran across to me, seemingly fuming.
You, stop right there. You have a pit bull in that house?
Very confused, I respond, yeah, but don't worry, she's a total teddy bear. She's just...
No, I demand you get rid of that hellspawn now. Pit bulls are the lapdog of the devil, and all they're good for is killing. They're super aggressive, and I bet that she's been dreaming of biting your head off many times already, and as it stands, she's a threat to my son and the neighborhood.
Taken aback, but after a few moments I respond, Ma'am, as I said, she's a teddy bear. I know you're scared. Pit bulls have a bad reputation, but I swear she's been trained well and she won't hurt a fly. I've been living with her all my life, and not once did I see her attack a soul. I swear, you and everyone else is safe.
Oh, baloney, you're lying. If you don't get her impounded or put down today, I'm calling the cops on you, saying that you and that devil dog assaulted me. Who are they gonna believe, someone like me, or a low-life piece of garbage like you?
I was very much angry at this lady, so I just got in my car and began to drive off. She slammed her fist on the roof of my car several times, but eventually I got to work. Luckily, she didn't leave a dent. When I came back home around 5:30 that afternoon, there were 2 police cars near my house, and Karen standing there, giving me a nasty grin, and giving me the middle finger. I got out, and the moment I was inside, I see my dog sitting on the chair with 2 policemen sitting on the couch, and my mom and stepmom in the living room. From what I got, my dog was trying to protect my mom and stepmom once the police came in. But luckily, my stepmom managed to calm my dog down, and things were well. She even came and licked one of them. After talking to them for a while, they decided to drop the case then and there, but keep an eye out on both my dog and Karen. She got off without any trouble. I don't even think a warning. A few weeks later, she begins the same argument about getting rid of my dog and once again threatened to call the cops. She never did, but fast forward to Halloween. My uncle was with us, same with his 3 daughters, and I helped take care of them. 3 10-year-olds hyped up on sugar is hell, especially on a holiday. My uncle was on the front lawn sitting in the trunk of his truck, handing out candy and other stuff to any kids who came his way. An hour and a half in, the cops come again and confront my uncle in the front lawn. My stepmom goes out to figure out the problem. Apparently, someone called the police on my uncle saying that he was inappropriately touching minors and hit on any female who came his way. We were shocked and angry. My uncle is nothing like what they're saying. We eventually figure out who called the cops. Lo and behold, it's Karen. We go to her house and both me, my uncle, and stepmom are fuming. She opens the door and instead of trying to talk it out, like a normal person, she played the victim, insisting she and her son saw my uncle in the act. We didn't buy it, plus our neighbors caught wind of it and soon defended my uncle, saying he was just sitting in his truck, handing out candy and nothing more. Karen kept insisting her son was in danger of my uncle and refused to talk with us anymore. She slammed the door in our face, and the next morning, she puts a letter on our front door, simply calling us problematic for her son and neighborhood as a whole. The next time she has to report us, she's gonna make damn sure she's gonna ruin our lives forever. Yes, I'm dead serious. I'm not sure how I got the ire of this woman other than having a fluffball dog. The next day, she does it again and threatens to call the cops on us if we do not get rid of my dog. Then came the incident that nearly ruined my life. I was at work in early November and I was doing my normal thing out in the shop when she came in and asked for me specifically. My boss figured that we knew each other. Oh, trust me, we did, and brought me over. She wanted me to get a part for her, and my first thought was, okay, but you could have literally asked anyone else. But I complied and did it anyway, figuring it was going to only be a minute of being near this demon. What she wanted was on the top shelf, and when I got it, she got angry, saying,
"Why did you touch me?"
And I just looked confused. I just said, "Sorry, I'm trying to get your thing. Sorry if I bumped into you," and got it. She looked like she wanted to kill me and walked away. A few hours later, I'm called in, and apparently she filed a sexual harassment claim against me, saying I touched her butt and called her dirty names. And when I told them to check the cameras to where we were, they find out there was no contact whatsoever, but the police were there, so I asked, "She's been harassing me and my family for months. Is there anything I can do?" Which they just told me, "Unless you have proof, we cannot do anything. No proof, no charges." I was furious when I drove home for the day, and decided to talk to a friend of mine who knew law much better than me. He recommended to record her in the act, and that my state was a one-party consent state, so I figured next time she did her trick, I'd have her. Well, turns out I never had to do anything. Weird, I know. A few days after Thanksgiving, I walked out my house to go to work, and I saw a police car across the street, and Karen in the back of the car in handcuffs. Well, I couldn't see it exactly, but I figured she was. And then I saw her son. Her son looked like he was near death, bruises everywhere, and cuts across his legs and chest. I froze, but one of my neighbors, let's call him Mark, brought me back down to earth and told me what happened. Apparently she started something with him earlier that day, and she threatened to kill him and his entire family. He called the cops, and that was it. Later on, I figured out she was charged with possession of drugs, child endangerment and abuse, and a few other things like harassment and destruction of property. I don't know how long she's going to serve, but I don't care. I'm just glad that she's gone. The house is vacant now, and it probably will be for a long time. I just hope if the house is able to be saved, the next one to move in will be less of an asshole as Karen. Justice served is all I can say. Alright, here's the deal, folks. If you subscribe right now, you'll be entered into an Amazon gift card giveaway. So if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do that. One of my lucky subscribers will be winning an Amazon gift card soon. That's it, no strings attached, just be subscribed. That's all you have to do, and you'll be entered in. And if you're new around here and you made it this far, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up to show me that you liked it and made it this far. All credit for that story that I read today will be in the video description, and if you did not want me to read it, it's a little too late for that, but I can still take down the video, I guess.
Subscribe now or Karen will haunt your dreams.
I don't even know what day it is.